A personal legend is a trigger that awakens something inside of us all and pushes us to live life to the fullest. My personal legend began in 6th grade when I was finally told that my mother had clinical depression. I grew up not knowing exactly what it was, but now that I had a name to it, this was my call to action, and I started my journey. It was implied that I didn't get to talk about it or ask anyone about it, so instead I looked to the internet as my mentor and researched what it was, and when I found out what it really meant, I never wanted to be depressed. I never wanted it to affect me, and I told myself it didn't exist. But when you tell yourself something doesn't exist and won't happen, it doesn't go away. The problem just grows. Jack Kent explores this idea in his children's book, There's No Such Thing as a Dragon. Billy Bixby wakes up one morning to find a small dragon, but when he tells his mother, she says, "There's no such thing as a dragon." And every time she tells Billy this, the dragon grows in size until it is bigger than their house. When I made the vow not to be depressed and not to let it affect me, I found myself crossing the threshold into my first hero's journey. I connected with the orphan archetype because I was independent and resilient, and all I wanted was to fit in. I was going through puberty, I was entering middle school and high school, and having a mother who had depression wouldn't make me any friends. It would make me an outcast. So I went through the majority of high school not telling anyone, and inside me this secret grew and grew just like the dragon. I faced many trials and I almost let my secret slip out. But I told myself that I wasn't going to let my mom's depression affect me, and it would not happen to me every single time. And I made it all the way to senior year telling myself this. But my secret, my personal dragon, grew so big that I couldn't hide it anymore. The thing you have to understand is, we all have a dragon inside us all. And depression wasn't really mine, but it was a weight on me that made it so I couldn't breathe. I didn't want anything to end to my mom. I didn't want anything to happen to her. And I was terrified. And I found myself going through my darkest hour, and it lasted a week long. I felt helpless, and I wasn't sure who I was anymore. And finally, I turned to the one person that I had been avoiding for so long, my mom. She's always been there for me, no matter what, and she's made it so that her depression has never affected me, when really, I was the one pushing her away. I finally let everything out that I had been holding in for 6 years, and just like Billy's dragon, I too felt myself change back to normal. What I'm trying to tell you is that certain things in your life need to be faced and talked about. You need to have the courage to ask for help, and as Santiago stated in The Alchemist, we need to be prepared for change. Once we realize this, we are able to start living life with greater purpose. Everyone takes different paths on their way to success, and some of us just need a little more help. Just like the dragon, we too just want to be noticed. So what is my personal dragon? Well, it's anxiety. I get some of the worst panic attacks that are triggered when I can't sleep, and it's a problem, but it's one I'm overcoming, and it's taught me that I can't let anything stand in my way of what I want to do. My dream school has always been NYU, and I'm almost there. In 3 months, I'll be taking on NYU in New York City, and yeah, I'm not going to be surrounded by my friends, and I'm going to be across the country, but it's what I want to do, and I know that it's the start of me becoming my own hero. And I would have never gotten here without my mom. She's my biggest supporter, and she's never let her depression stop me from dreaming, and I avoided her for so long because of something that she couldn't change about herself, and it made me realize we all have things that make us so different and make us outcasts in certain societies, but these things make us so unique, and these things are what we bring to the table. I'm about to go into design and marketing, and business is a male-dominated industry, but I don't care because I know that I have characteristics and I have traits that are so unique to me that I'm special, and someone's going to see that, and someone's going to realize, wow, she's going to do amazing things, because I've realized that about myself. So whatever your personal dragon may be, don't ever let it get in the way of you chasing your dream, because who you are is who you're going to be, and you're always going to have something inside of you that makes you different and makes you amazing and makes you stand out. And once you accept that about yourself, you're going to go extremely far in life. I'm Emily LaRock, and that was my personal legend.